So hi, my name is Dr. Donald Gilbert. I'm a pediatric neurologist and I'm director of the Tourette Syndrome Clinic at Cincinnati Children's Hospital Medical Center. And I'm here with Jamie and Darla. We're going to be sharing their perspective about our paper. Our paper in the March 2017 issue of Developmental Medicine Child Neurology is about evaluating parents' and kids' perceptions of functional impairment in Tourette syndrome. The paper uses a scale called the Tourette Syndrome Impairment Scale, which was developed about 10 years ago by Dr. Eric Storch and his colleagues. They published this paper about 59 families that had Tourette syndrome, and they only asked the parents for their views on functional interference. A member of our research team, Dr. Kelly Isaacs, who's the first author, thought it was important to also get the kids' perspective, so that's what we decided to do. Perhaps now we'll see why that's important. So let me start with, Jamie, how old are you?
I'm 18 years old.
You're 18 years old, and what grade are you in school?
I'm in 12th grade, I'm a senior.
So you're a senior in high school, and how long have you had Tourette syndrome?
My entire life.
So you've had tics as long as you can remember. Okay. Besides going to school, what is the major way that you occupy your time?
I mostly play the tenor drums for our drumline.
So you play the drumline, that means you're out in the public, really kind of in front of a lot of people doing something very complicated. That's impressive. Does having tics interfere with that?
The tics actually go away when I drum.
Okay. The tics go away when you drum. Now, if I had met you when you were 5 or 6 years old and wanted to know about the impact of Tourette syndrome in you, I probably would have had to rely on your mother or your teachers. At some point, though, you could probably give us some information that's important too. So how old do you think you were when you could give some useful information to doctors about the impact of Tourette syndrome?
I'd say at least 12 or 13.
12 or 13. So for the last 6 years or so, would you agree, Darla, that your daughter was mature enough and had enough self-awareness to describe her symptoms at age 12?
Definitely, yes.
Definitely. So at this point, now that you're 18, do you think that your mom has anything to add at all when you come to clinic visits, or can you really kind of give all the information yourself?
I could probably give all the information.
Yourself? Would you agree with that? Do you think that she's really able to kind of cover all the bases as a young adult?
Definitely, 'cause she's with herself at school, she's with herself, and she's more independent than a 5 or 6 year old, so she spends most of her day outside of the home.
So as parents, we get to see our kids less and less. So the kids in the study were 9 to 17. You've passed through all those years, and we can see that over time you would have more and more input on this that would be important for doctors maybe trying to manage your condition. So what we did in our study is we got systematic information from 92 families where kids were affected by Tourette syndrome so that we could see what areas might be impacted in school, social domains, or home domains. So school would be things like giving a talk in front of the class or taking tests. Home might be getting along with your parents or getting to bed on time. And social might be going out with friends or perhaps getting teased by other kids. Among other things, one of the things that we found was that parents tended to be more concerned on average about social things than kids were. We also gave the same scale to 85 families where the kids did not have any neurologic or developmental problems, because some of these difficulties probably happen to some extent to any kid, and that allowed us to make useful comparisons. So we hope that the information in this study is useful for clinicians who take care of families that have Tourette syndrome, and if you're watching this, I hope that when you see families with Tourette's, you'll always make sure to systematically assess social, home, and school domains and make sure that you get the perspective of both the parent and the kid. Thank you for listening.